Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. Well, here we are. So I had a fellow YouTuber, Zabek, hope I said your name right, who suggested the idea that I review Volume 7 and 8 together. And I thought about it because Volume 7 is going to be the Hell of Mirrors. And I have reviewed Hanako, the television, the anime. Um, and so I kind of know what already happens in Hell of Mirrors. So I debated that and I decided that what I'm going to do is just go through here, Volume 7, go through Volume 7 and react to it. And I might edit this video a little bit, so if it jumps around for Volume 7, you'll know why. But what I'll probably do is read Volume 7 here and record my reaction. And if anything stands out that was not featured in the anime, I will include it in this reaction. But if it's following basically the anime part by part, then I'll probably just get to Volume 8. So I want to just go ahead and put that out there that this video, I am going to look at Volume 7 and 8. I'm recording this now, so I'm going to review Volume 7 and 8. But the Volume 7 part might be edited down just a little bit because chances are it's going to show us what we already know from the anime. So if you've not watched the anime, I do react to that episode. I believe it's episodes 10 and 11 over on, I have a playlist for Hanako-Kun, and I reacted to episodes 10 and 11, which deals with Volume 7. But then after Volume 7, y'all, we're in new territory. Volume 6 was totally new territory. The Clockkeeper story, the twist with Yashiro that she's got a year to live, that Hanako can possess people, like all this crazy stuff that we found out in Volumes 5 and 6. Okay. And so after this volume here, we'll basically be caught up to where the anime ended. And then I'm going to start reading on and seeing what has happened after the anime, and I'm pretty darn excited about it. So, yay! But anyway, so we're gonna start looking at Volume 7 here in 3, 2, 1, and it's gonna start now. This volume, whew, this volume didn't have like the culture shock that was last volume with Yashiro, but it's built on that. it's built from that, and the whole thing of Yashiro and how Yashiro comes to how she goes back into Hanako's past is interesting to me. That whole reveal that she's basically the whole reason why he hasn't become an astronaut and his wish was to see her again. And the fact that he can only see her again now is if she's close to death, because he can only see her again after he became a ghost. And it's like, oh. So I'm like, was that the moment that Yuji changed his future? Was that the moment? Because I know he didn't become an astronaut, but his love of the stars and everything, Tsuchika Mori makes the comment that he was going to become a science teacher because of his love of astrology and astronomy. So did Yashiro indirectly cause Hanako to change his future? And if so, is that just making this whole thing a cycle, like it's all been meant to be all along? I don't know, but that was crazy. And then Teru, I like Teru being involved more in this series. He clearly knows something's up with Yashiro, which is interesting. The whole Night of the Moki thing is fun. I could see that being like a standalone episode, but or part of an episode in any case. That him trying, I like the idea that there are Moki outside of the school, that they're kind of spirits present outside of the school, and their younger sister found one. But this last chapter with Mitsuba finding his place, Natsuhiko, I've not really cared for Natsuhiko this whole series, because like he does the whole Playboy thing and it's like, really? But in this, him actually like coming out and seeming genuinely concerned for Mitsuba. And poor Mitsuba, like Mitsuba is this Franken ghost that doesn't really fit in either worlds. The other ghosts don't really want to accept him, with the exception of Hanako, which we don't get to see him meet up with him. But, and obviously he can't be in the world of humans. And then there's Teru, who's like, well, let's just exercise you and get you over with. So it's kind of sad, but it's sweet that they threw him that welcome party that Tsukasa and all them did, and they're welcoming to him, but they're also like not good people. So it's like, oh no, Mitsuba. But yeah, the whole idea that Tsukasa just went and kidnapped this other wonder and was like, here, I found you a friend, and it's like, interesting. I'm curious what her deal is, because she seems very similar to in a similar situation to Mitsuba, so I'm curious. Huh. But yeah, Yashiro, so much of this volume, I'm like, man, I could totally see if they made a season 2 of Hanako-Kun animating this, because I want to see Yashiro like in the yukata, like just in the gown, like in the garb, like all dressed up, and seeing that flashback and all of that. It's like, oh. And tying that to Hanako, and man, interesting. Setting up things with Yashiro and continuing on. I like that the revelations from the last volume are impacting how our characters have been interacting with her, and she's not quite privy to it. She just wants to cheer Ko up. She doesn't realize that there's a lot going on with Ko. It's not just Mitsuba, it's her too, and that's so fascinating. Anyway, that was a very fun volume. I'm glad I looked at 7 to 8 together. Like I'm going to keep doing, I know I don't want to catch up to the manga. I want to keep going and not catch up too soon to where there's not volumes, because then we have to wait on the volume to be created. So I'm going to do volume 9 in 2 weeks. So let me see, 2 weeks from now, we're going to do, we'll start, we'll just basically round out 2021 with volume 9, which I can't believe came out 2 years ago. So this manga's been around a while. That's interesting. December 29th, we'll round out the end of the year with volume 9 of Hanako-Kun. I'm excited. I'm loving reading the manga with you all. It's just all these revelations, and I'm sure all of you that have read it are like, oh, just wait. And I'm like, but anyway, we'll get back to chapter 41 and volume 9 here very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe and take care, and I'll be back really soon with more Hanako-Kun. Bye!